Hi again. At the age of 15, shortly after we'd moved out to Hewish Episcopi, I'd been in yet another argument with my mother, and so I stormed off and went for a walk along the river. Now, the river in Somerset, because it's very, very flat there, it does this. It goes back and forwards, back and forwards, back and forwards, and so on. So it's like kind of snaky-like. And it's all mounded up to stop the floods. Not that it does stop the floods, because the minute it rains really heavily, everything floods. However, on this occasion, it was the very first time I think I'd walked along the riverbank, and I walked along noticing that there was a factory in the middle of a field. It didn't mean a thing to me. I didn't know what it was or anything. And as I got the thing about the snakiness of the river is that it went close to the factory, and then a little bit further away, and then close to the factory, and then a little bit further away, and then close to the factory and a little bit further away. And I was at about the third one of those along when they started slaughtering pigs. Now, I don't know whether you've ever heard pigs being slaughtered, but they are very intelligent creatures, and they know what's going on, and they started screaming. They were crying and screaming, and they really, really knew what was happening. And I had to get away. But at that moment it started raining, and because it was raining, it made the bank very, very slippery. I started crying, and every time I was running along the bank, it got closer to the factory, the slaughterhouse, and further away, and it seemed as if I was taking forever to get away from the crying, screaming pigs. It was the most horrendous experience I've ever had. Well, I don't know, maybe it wasn't, I don't know, but it certainly was at that time anyway. And when I got back to, I think it must have been I don't know whether it was a Saturday or a Sunday, but on Sunday lunch was always roast and potatoes and peas and gravy and whatever, and so that's what my mother served up. I told her that I did not want to eat meat ever again, having experienced this, and she served it up for me, and I sat and I looked at it, and I could not eat it. I could see the tubes, which I suppose are the veins, sticking out of it, and I would not eat. I just would not eat anything on that plate. And so she sat me out in the kitchen to eat, and I wouldn't eat it there either. And she realised that I was absolutely determined that I was never going to eat meat again from that point, and I never have. So there you go. That was my start of vegetarianism when I was 15 years old, and that would have been in 1972, which was very early on in the days of vegetarianism, certainly in the United Kingdom. And I should tell you about some of the experiences that I had trying to eat vegetarian out and about in the next one. So, love and light. Take care. Bye-bye.